Hi, third grade. Today we're going to do our lesson for Unit 2, Week 3, Day 4 of Fundations. That means tomorrow we are finishing Unit 2 and taking the Unit 2 assessment. So please make sure you're paying close attention and let's get in a good last practice so you can do your best. Here we go. A apple A wash A squash E ed I itch O octopus U up ship sh thumb catch ch and post oast. Great work. Okay, third grade. Next, we're going to take a moment and review our suffixes that we have learned so far this year. So let's start. Notice these suffixes in this column are all what kind of suffixes? Right, they're vowel suffixes because they start with a vowel. Notice at the bottom we have that suffix Y that sounds like E. It's in the vowel column because it makes that E sound when it's attached at the end of a word. Okay, so ESS, ING, ED, ed, or T or D. That one has 3, right? ER, EST, est, ISH, ish, ENN, ABLE, able, IVE, iv, YE. Okay, let's take a look now at our consonant suffix column. S, S, or Z, right? It makes 2 sounds. FUL, full. LESS, less. NESS, ness. MENT, meant. LY, lee. And TYT. Nice work. Okay, now I'm going to give you a handful of words. So if you have a piece of paper at home, please get it because I'm going to give you some words and they're going to have a base word and a suffix. I want you to first point to your computer screen when you hear the word and point to the suffix that you hear at the end of the word. So, for example, if I say the word active, what suffix are you pointing to? Active has the IVE suffix at the end. Very good. Then I want you to try and spell the word active and mark it up. So pause the video, try it at home, and then come back to check. Okay, did you get the base word act, A-C-T? And then you attach the suffix we talked about, IVE. Very good. Now we need to mark it. With Unit 2 words, when there's a base word and a suffix, it's easy peasy. We just underline the base word and circle that suffix. Okay, nice. Okay, the next word I want you to think about is messes. Say it. Messes. My brother always messes up his room. What suffix first? Point to our suffix frames here. What's at the end of messes? Right, ES. Good. So pause the video now, write messes, and mark it up, and then check back to see how you did. Okay, let's talk about this word real quick. The base word mess already has a bonus letter, okay, because it ends with that S. Just like dress has a bonus letter. So when you underline the base word this time, you are going to underline both S's because the word mess has 2 S's in it already. And then you're just going to circle the base word. How did you do with spelling and marking that word? Hopefully okay. All right, the next word I would like you to write is sprinted. Say it. Sprinted. He sprinted to the finish line. What suffix do you hear at the end? Right, ED. All right, pause the video and write it. Sprint, sprinted. Go ahead. Okay, let's see how you did with this one. All right, look at that base word, sprint. Now, I know when a word has a base word and a suffix in Fundations, we are only underlining the base word and circling the suffix. But sprint, did you get the 3-letter blend at the beginning? And there's a blend at the end, nt. All right, sprinted. This one sounds like ID. Sprinted. Okay, very good. Let's do a couple more. Okay, your next word is foggy. Say it. Foggy. Which suffix do you hear at the end of foggy? Right, that Y. Okay, so do your best to spell that word correctly and mark it up. Then check back. Okay, I'm really crossing my fingers and hoping that you remembered some important things we've been talking about in Unit 2. Our base word in the word foggy is just fog with one G. Is fog a 111 word? Yes, it is. Remember the 3 things. I'm hoping you can remember them very quickly by now. We've been practicing. It's a 111 word because 1, it is one closed syllable. 2, it has one vowel. And 3, it has only one consonant following that vowel. So when you have a 111 word and you're attaching, what kind of suffix is this? Right, it's a vowel suffix. You have to remember to double the final consonant in the base word. Otherwise, your word would look like fogey. And we don't want fogey. We want to say that it was foggy out this morning. All right, so try to be remembering those rules, especially when you take your Unit 2 test tomorrow. Think about the base word and think, is it a 111 word? Am I adding a vowel suffix to the end? Because if so, you usually double that consonant unless it's an X, right? One more. I just gave you a big hint if you were listening closely to the last word that I want to give you today. The word is fixable. Say it. Fixable. What's the base word? Fix. And what is the suffix that you hear in fixable? Look on our board up here. Right. I hope you're pointing to A-B-L-E, able. All right. Pause the video and try to write it and mark it, and we'll see how you did. Okay, check your spelling. Did you get fix and then A-B-L-E? Hopefully that wasn't too hard to spell, but let's see how you marked it. Underline the base word, circle the suffix. Now, I'm hoping I didn't see anybody. This will be a little challenge for me today, writing with my mouse here, but I hope nobody at home did this. Because if you listen closely to a recent lesson that we had in Fundations, we said over and over that you never double the consonant X in the English language. Okay, so that's why even though our base word fix is a 111 word because it follows those 3 rules we just talked about. One syllable that's closed, only one vowel, only one consonant following the vowel. You don't follow the doubling rule before you add a vowel suffix because you never double X. All right. Okay, next we're going to move into our composition book to do a dictation composition book. So go ahead, if you've been here every day, even if you missed a day, you should all be on page 8 so that we're staying together. Okay, page 8, please, in your composition book. Should look like what's on the screen. Okay. All right, on page 8, you will see the top row says sounds. The first sound I want you to write, and if you don't have your composition book, hopefully I don't have to keep saying this, but just do it on a piece of paper so that you can practice and you can do really well on the unit test. which is coming up next tomorrow. All right. The first sound that I want you to write is D. Say it. D. Pause the video, write everything you know that has that D sound, and then click play to check your answer real quick. Okay, look behind me. Did you get the obvious one, D, dogged? And the suffix ed also sometimes sounds like D, like in our word grabbed, right? Okay, scooch over to number 2 and write this sound. T. Say it. T. Pause, write it, and hit play to check. Okay, how did you do? T topped. And sometimes the suffix ed also says t, like in jumped, right? Okay, scooch over to number 3 on that top row, and your next sound is z. Say it. Z. Go ahead. Pause and write. Okay, check behind me. Z, zebra, z. And sometimes the suffix s, like in bugs, sounds like a z too. All right, move over to the number 4. The last sound I want you to write is ch. Say it. Ch. Pause and go. Okay, hopefully you remembered the digraph, ch, chin, ch, and the trigraph, tch, catch, ch. All right, move down to the next row and you will see review words. Review words. The first word I want you to spell and mark is the word patch. Say it. Patch. Tap it with me. Go. P-a-ch. Patch. All right. Good luck. Pause and check. Okay, look behind me. Did you remember to mark the TCH trigraph at the end? Because from Unit 1, you need to remember it follows after a short vowel. That's why we picked TCH and not just CH. Put a breve above the a, the short vowel, and it is a closed syllable. All right, move over to number 2, and the next word I want you to spell and mark is band. Say it. Band. All right, pause it and see how you did. Okay, with this one, check to make sure your B's and D's aren't backwards. The AN is a glued sound that I boxed in the middle, and it is still a closed syllable because it has one vowel that's closed in by consonants at the end. All right, move over to number 3, which is on your next row. And the word I want you to write is most. Say it. Most. Pause the video and then check. Okay, how did you do? Did you box in the closed syllable exception, OST, post-ost? Okay, and you should put a macron above the O because it's long. That's why it's a closed syllable exception. Yes, there is one vowel, and yes, it's closed in by consonants, just like band was, but this one has an exception because it doesn't follow the rule of a short vowel because this vowel is long. That's why we mark it with an exception. All right, move over to number 4. The last review word is swamp. Say it. Swamp. S-w. Be careful. Ah. P. Swamp. Try it. Okay, I'm nervous about this one. I picked a tricky one. Did you get the blend SW? Okay, but I'm hoping I'm hoping you remembered our sound a, wash, ah. We talked about in Unit 1. Sometimes after a W or a QU, the A is what makes the ah sound. So I marked it with that one-eyed monster we've been doing. And did you get the MP blend at the end? It is a closed syllable, though. All right, get ready to move down to the current words next. And remember, these current words have a base word and a suffix. We underline the base word and circle the suffix. And maybe if you need to put a star for a bonus letter, you can do that too. All right, get ready. The first word under current words that I want you to spell and mark is splashes. Say it. Splashes. He splashes in the pool. Go ahead. Okay, check and see how you did. Did you get, I know we only underline splash and circle ES, but check your spelling on your base word. Did you get the 3-letter blend? SPL, spool. And then did you get the digraph? All right, this is not a 1-1-1 word, is it? Because yes, it has one vowel, but does it only have one consonant after the vowel? No, so we can't double that before we add a vowel suffix there, can we? All right, scooch over to number 2. Your next word is spitting. Say it. Spitting. The boy was spitting out the food he didn't like. Spitting. Go ahead and try it. Okay, let's see. Our base word is spit. S-P-I-T, spit. It is a 1-1-1 word, and we're attaching ing, which is a vowel suffix. So we have to double that consonant before we add ing. Otherwise, 3rd grade, your word would look like spiting, and that's not the word we're looking for. So to keep it a closed syllable, double that consonant, right? Okay, number 3, your word is thinly. I went to the deli counter and asked the lady to thinly slice my pepperoni. Thinly. Go ahead. Okay, I'm worried about this tricky one too. How'd you do with the base word? Thin. Thin. It is a 1-1-1 word, but are we attaching, for the word thinly, are we attaching a vowel suffix or a consonant suffix? ly is a consonant suffix, so there's no need to double. We're not starring anything when we mark that word. The last word that I want you to spell and mark is the word popped. The kernels of popcorn popped in the microwave. Popped. Go ahead. Okay, let's look and see how you did. Our base word in this word is pop, P-O-P. It is a 1-1-1 word, and we are attaching a vowel suffix this time, so we have to remember to double that consonant. All right. Some of you may have gone the extra mile and said that this ed sounds like a t, popped, right? Okay, nice work. Next, you're going to get ready to write your sound-alike words. Okay, the first sound-alike word I want you to write is guest. Say it. Guest. Here's the sentence so you know which one to use. He was a guest at the birthday party. Guest. All right, did you use G-U-E-S-T, guest? Hopefully. And if you have your student notebook at home, remember, look in that sound-alike section and you can figure out how to spell the right one if you forget. All right, the second sound-alike word that I want you to write is missed. Say it. Missed. She only missed 2 questions on the quiz. Missed. Okay, this missed is M-I-S-S-E-D. Missed. And remember, we never tap sound-alike words. We never mark sound-alike words, just like we don't do that with trick words, which are next. All right, so the first trick word I want you to write is the word from. Say it. From. The student was from Mexico. From. Pause it and write it. Okay, check behind me. How'd you do? From. F-R-O-M. From. Okay, go to number 2. The last trick word I want you to write is again. Say it. Again. Pause the video and try. Okay, how did you do? Again. A-G-A-I-N. Again. Great work. And now I'm going to get ready to dictate to you only one sentence. Okay, your sentence is, Ben was dragging the sled up the hill. Again. Ben was dragging the sled up the hill. And one last time. Ben was dragging the sled up the hill. Pause the video and really try. Get that dragging. Think of those rules. All right, look behind me and see how you did. Did you remember a capital at the beginning? Ben was, look at dragging. Did you remember drag was a 111 word? And you're attaching a vowel suffix, so you want to double the consonant there. Dragging the sled up the hill, and hill has a bonus letter there. Don't forget your punctuation. Now, when you scoop the sentence into phrases, if it were me doing it, let me think. Ben was dragging the sled up the hill. You know what? I hear naturally 3 scoops, 3 phrases. Ben was dragging the sled up the hill. That's my opinion. Could you do it differently? Sure. You could say, Ben was dragging the sled up the hill. That's a different way. Check yours and see if it sounds right. Okay, I wanted to show you the last thing we did today in class was practice our cursive lowercase u's, lowercase w's, and we did write some connected words like tutu. Let's look down here. Oh, with, wheel, stuff, puts, and whip. So if you want to rewind the video and look at them and try to practice writing those words at home, I think that's a really good idea. All right, third grade, that's all I have for you today. Have a great day and good luck tomorrow on the Unit 2 test. Take care.